Although I do think that the poem at the bottom is kind of interesting. And I don't know if that's when he wrote this song. L.A. broke, feel natural again, but it ain't natural to be broke, is it? But that's Guthrie in 1941, back in L.A., kind of down on his luck. He goes up to Oregon and writes those 26 songs in 36 days for the Bonneville, the building of the dams up there. And he got, I think he got like $170 for that. And then after that, he basically left his family behind. Mary couldn't make it any longer. She said, just go. And so he went to New York and went back to, he had been in New York and didn't come back to LA for quite a bit. He was Hooversville. I forgot this little device here. I was going to use this before and I forgot to.
Yeah.
Good song, isn't it?
Yeah. Kind of brutal. It's all right.
California, California.
It's light.
I think it's another one that wasn't recorded.
It's light.
Very optimistic, contrasting the brightness of California with the darkness of the Dust Bowl. Attention to geography and nature. The only song that I know that Guthrie ever recorded was the Library of Congress. California, California. And it's a song that talks about and indicates how incredible it seemed to the people who came to California from the Dust Bowl. It's a little like the first one I did. Maxine thought it would be a great hit, or thought that Woody thought it would be a great hit, but I don't even know that he recorded it. But in any case, I think it's a great song. This is a song I had a meeting with Jerry Brown, the governor, when he was running for governor. Before he was, the second time, I don't mean the first time in the 70s, I didn't live here then. I had a meeting with he and his wife. They were asking my opinion on various political things, which was nice, and it was interesting to talk to the guy. He's interesting if you like to talk to a guy that was trained as a Jesuit, who basically has what he calls a Socratic method of conversing with you, which is basically, he just asks you questions. And when you answer it, he asks you another question. It's really, really kind of frustrating. But his wife, Ann, was really sharp. But anyway, I said, there's a great song for you. You should have a campaign song. This would be it. You've all seen the glories of the country back home. But searching for a new life to California did roam. Coming out of the Dust Bowl to a green garden world with color so bright, it was almost too good to be true. California, California, mountains so high, taking golden poppies to the land of the sky. Your wide distant oceans and bright colored sand, your sun-kissed green valleys are the best of the land. And if you want to see progress and beauty abound, open up your sad eyes, take a look around. Her people are happy, they're healthy and free. Who's on her? This is good. It could be. California, California, mountains so high, take your golden poppies to the land of the sky. Your wide distant oceans and bright colored sand, sun-kissed green valleys are the best of the land. Makes me no difference wherever you've been, and it makes me no difference whatever you see. You can stand on a mountain and look out to the sea. Deep in your heart, this is what you want. California, California, mountains so high, take your golden poppies to the land of the sky. Your wide distant oceans and bright colored sand, and your sun, street valleys are best in the land. California, California. Now this is the one. Now we have a guitarist and a fiddle player. You guys
You want to go grab them?
I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do This Land Is Your Land, but we're gonna do the original version. If you want to come up,
I think he's right out there.
we're doing it in G.
Okay. He loves A, because it's a fiddle, but I'll tell you what, I can't find him, I'll come up and help you out.
Okay.
And then afterwards we'll play.
Okay, I'll talk about it briefly,
Okay, yeah.
because I'm running out of gas pretty soon. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about this song. This may be the most famous song that Guthrie ever wrote. If you know the song, how many people know the song "This Land Is Your Land"?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well now you know the original song, because it wasn't "This Land Is Your Land." It was really, and here's the story about it. It was written in 1940. As you can see, New York City, 1940, February 23rd, it looks like. Okay. Okay, that's the original revised version. Okay. Woody Guthrie left Pampa, left his wife and his kids in Pampa, Texas, and he hitchhiked and took a bus to New York City so he could live with Will Gear, because Will Gear told him he'd get a job in the Tobacco Road play. Okay, so he went to New York and he got there, and but all the way that he was traveling across the U.S., every truck stop, every cafe, I don't think he stayed in motels, every time he heard a car radio, he kept hearing one song over and over again. And some of you are old enough to remember that song. God bless America, land. Is that Kate Smith?
Yeah, Kate Smith, yeah.
She was big,
Yeah.
and she had a big, and it was a big song, and everybody was singing it. And it was a kind of a patriotic song. We were getting ready to go to war, and you heard it. I mean, you couldn't escape it. You couldn't even, and I wasn't even born then, but I couldn't escape it in the 50s. So it shows you how powerful it was. Well, Guthrie was so tired of it that when he got to New York, he thought he would write an answer song. Now, Guthrie did a lot of answer songs. Songs are answering another song that he doesn't like. Like the song that, it was a song done by the Carter family, and others did it too. It said, "I don't feel at home in this world anymore," during the Depression. Many people felt the Depression was part of the coming of the end of the world. Evangelicals did. I don't feel at home in this world anymore. I feel at home in heaven, but I don't feel at home in this world anymore. It's like no depression. I'm going where there's no depression in heaven. So Woody Guthrie didn't like the attitude of that, so he wrote, "I ain't got no home in this world anymore." He's talking about people who are homeless people. That's an answer song. This is an answer song to Kate Smith's "God Bless America." And look at what he initially titled it.
Yeah.
"God Blessed America for Me." Now, he wrote it in 1940, but he didn't record it. He recorded it in 1945 for Ash, who recorded a whole bunch of good Guthrie stuff and lent him a lot of money too. And so when he went in to record it, he altered the song. And you could see the alterations. He crossed out "God Bless America," and he crossed it out. And he changed it to "This land was made for you and me," from "God Bless America." And then he X'd out "God Bless," the final line on each of them, he X'd out, crossed out. He also put a check in and got rid of the fourth verse. He also didn't record the sixth verse. And he also took "This Land Is Your Land" and he made that into the chorus. He took the first verse and made it into the chorus. So that's the song. You probably know, we have to just decide which version we want to sing. I mean, do we want to sing "This Land Is Made for You and Me," or do we want to sing this version, which doesn't have the chorus? Maybe this one, because you've never done it before. You may have sung the other one before, but you've never done this one. So, but let me just get the lyrics out, because I have to look at it. So, here's something interesting about the song, though. This song is the most famous song Guthrie ever wrote, huh?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, it is true. But why didn't Guthrie feel that way? Why didn't he record it in 1940? Why didn't he record it? He did all his recording in 1940, but he waited until 1945 to record the song. I don't know. But let me ask you this. Here is a very interesting book. Anyone familiar with this book? Jim, maybe you've seen it. This book was written by Alan Lomax, the guy that interviewed Guthrie, the guy that did all the interviewing of all the folk people all over the country. And he teamed up with Pete Seeger, and then they brought in Guthrie in about 1940, and they worked on this for 2 years. And what it was, I'm losing it here, come on. No, that's because usually the pointer is on the same as the clicker. It's not my fault. 150 full songs of the Depression and the labor movement in the 1930s with all these people, including Woody Guthrie, okay? Guthrie was assigned by Lomax and Seeger to write all the introductions for all 150 songs. And Guthrie included about 40 of his own songs, or maybe even more of his own songs he included in this group. And they put this compilation together, and they took it to the publishers, and it was 1942, and the war was on, and they said, no, there's too much class conflict in this thing, and we don't really think you can publish it. So they didn't. Then they tried to publish it after the war. Well, there's too much stuff about, communists and socialists, and I don't think we can publish it. Finally, in 1966, they were able to publish it. By that time, Guthrie was, really ill, and then he died a year later. But Guthrie didn't include it in this book. He put 40 or 45 of his own songs that didn't include This Land Is Your Land. He must not have thought of it that it was important. I can't think of any other reason. Who made it popular? Pete Seeger. Because Pete Seeger was blacklisted. He couldn't play on the radio. He couldn't play on television anymore until they tried to get him on the Smothers Brothers. Did he actually perform on the Smothers Brothers? And then they pulled the cord on it, right? I think that's what happened. So Pete was relegated to playing at Little Red schoolhouses and college campuses. But he started doing the song, This Land Is Your Land, and everybody started to get to know it. So that's This Land Is Your Land. And we're going to play it. Oh, I didn't see you. We're behind the stand. But first, introduce yourself.
I'm Brian.
Brian.
My son was here. He was going to play fiddle, but he ran off to play. I don't know.
That's great.
It's not.
We don't have Pete Seeger, but we do have.
Here he comes. Woo! Key and G. You coming? All right.
Do you want to play? He can play an A.
Yeah.
So let's play an A. This is the last one I'm doing. So you want to come up and you can play an A.
So this. Oh, amazing.
Okay. So we're going to do this version, right? We're going to do the first version.
Okay, we're going to hit This Land Is Your Land.
Or do you want to, let's do the first version. Let's just do all the verses of the first version. But let's not say God bless America for me. Let's just say this land was made for you and me, okay? So we're not going to do the first verse as a chorus after every verse because we'll be here until 5.
Library's open until 6.
This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking the river highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me the Golden Valley. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, followed my footsteps, while the sparkling sands of her diamond desert. And all around me, this voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. I saw a big high wall that tried to stop me. A sign was painted and said private property. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. And that sign was made for you and me. When the sun was shining and I was fields waving and dust clouds rolling, and the voice was chanting as the fog was lifting. This land was made for you and me. One bright sunny morning, in the shadow of the steeple, by the relief office, I saw my people as they stood hungry. I stood there wondering if this land was made for you and me. Now here's the chorus. Everyone can sing this one. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water, this land was made for you. So we have to do it one more time because some people didn't sing it. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land